This is everything that is wrong about Chrysler.
Chrysler, what the hell is this? What the hell is this?
Can you build a normal car, Chrysler? No, you can't. You have that apathetic Chrysler 200, which is a warmed-over Sebring. You didn't care about QC on your caliper. The last great economy car you made was the first-generation Neon, and that ended in 1999. And here you are, Chrysler, here you are, circle in the drain again. And what are you building? This. The Hellcat. A car with a 1950s curse word in the name. Wonderful. You bolted a supercharger to a Challenger and went around saying it makes 707 horsepower. I saw one of these on a dyno and it made 625 to the wheels. You know what you are, Chrysler? 2015 Chrysler? You're a spoiled frat boy on academic probation. You're throwing Ragers on Thursday. You're taking historical geology for the third time. You don't care because, including paying for your townhouse, Daddy Mutual Fund will always be there. You're making the same mistakes in 2015 that you made in 1970, not listening to the winds of change. Yeah, you're great at building fast muscle cars, but you can't make an economy car that Americans want to buy. Chrysler is a guy with a humongous schlong and no pickup lines.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, the Challenger Hellcat is a ball buster and draws a crowd from Erie to the main line, but it's a loss leader. This isn't making you payroll money, and it's not growing the brand. Magazines love the Hellcat, and Roadkill cracked 1 million views on their burnout and drone bukkake video. But after seeing what the Allentonian sloppy mechanics can do, Dodge Hellcat is irrelevant. Why buy a Hellcat for whatever price the seller or dealer demands when a man like Happel will show you how to build a reliable 10-second car for under 10 grand? Well, why buy a Hellcat? Because a Hellcat is a drool bucket for estranged fathers giving alimony money to slot machines at Hollywood Casino rather than the wife. A Dodge Hellcat is for barroom bragging, not racing. It's for the gym swaggart who only does curls and bench presses, and then he wears Under Armour t-shirts with the sleeves strategically rolled up when he drinks at Red Robin. So screw this car and everything it stands for. 707 horsepower. Who the hell needs 707 horsepower? Or 650 foot-pounds of torque? But the answer is clear.
America.
I'll be a champion, making up my own stuff.
It's an old line real fart. It's an old line we used in the Smoking Tire podcast, but it remains every bit as true here as when it did for the Dragon Edition Jeep Wrangler. The Hellcat is what happens when you let a kid make his own dinner. Even the tagline on the website reads like autoerotica, like pure wish fulfillment that your average person just doesn't get anymore. This is what the website says.
It sits quietly, patiently, like it's stalking prey. And then suddenly your red key unlocks and awakens the unprecedented 707 horsepower of the most powerful muscle car on the planet.
Yes, the most powerful muscle car on the planet. Because this is a muscle car in the whey protein sense of the word. It's strong, but within a very specific category. For instance, while this is among the most powerful muscle cars ever made, it's not in the top 10 of the most powerful cars in the world right now. In fact, if Edmunds were to revise its list to include it somewhere in its top 100, the Hellcat would sit around number 29. Higher than the 2007 Gumpert Apollo S, but below the 2013 Ferrari F12, blah 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 blah. If the Hellcat were a pro wrestler, he'd be Bill Goldberg. Huge, intense, but lacking grace. And like Goldberg and his undefeated streak, the Hellcat has its own special thing too. Its status as the most powerful muscle car ever. But just like Goldberg, he's going to lose a lot of its appeal now that the special thing is gone. Because how much value are these Hellcats really going to keep once a new most powerful muscle car ever comes along? Now, more than ever, Consumers are fickle. Of course, Chrysler knows better than most how to weather the storm, but it reflects their continued failure to understand that these aren't the types of cars the public wants. At least not the public that represents Chrysler's bread and butter anyway. Big cars are great, fast, and awesome, and big fast cars are even better. And make no mistake, the Hellcat is a great car. It's like driving an action movie.
I'm inside Charles Bronson.
But at the end of the day, these giant boxing gloves come at the expense of funding the sorts of economy cars that people are really clamoring for in this day and age. Oh, whey protein. We can get what Chrysler was going for in marketing yet another big, fast muscle car to appeal to the masses, but that's the problem. It's not going to appeal to the masses because your daily driver can't afford this car and they're too intimidated to drive one anyway. I'm sure this looked like a good idea to Chrysler, but it's like trying to turn a one-night stand into a relationship. I love muscle cars. Hell, we're kind of building one right now. But they get a bad rap, and we're not sure why. And it's really not the numbers, and it's really not the grossness of it. If muscle cars were your average barometer for a midlife crisis, then it'd be understandable. But a Cadillac ATS or a Chrysler 300 are far more likely to be the midlife crisis car of today than a Dodge Challenger. And yet, there's that reputation. Ooh, what is he compensating for? What didn't the wife get in the divorce? And those rumors poke away at a man like 1,000 little insecurities that merge into the megazord of inadequacy and struggle until the muscle car he loves becomes the midlife crisis. But can a guy just be into muscle cars? Not everyone who likes something fast and powerful measures from the balls. I enjoyed driving the Hellcat. At least I can give it this. It has no confusions about what it is. It's big and it's dumber than a bag of hammers. But people look and people respect that. You know exactly what you're gonna get. A Hellcat tells you what it's about all the time. It's loud even from the factory. And the kids love it. And at the end of the day, I do too.
Dodge is making bank on the Hellcat. Chrysler's thinking it's swell that they made a car for the jock and us. I hate how muscle cars get a bad rap. Too many people, they talk crap. Why don't you take the damn bus?